yourself.
Welcome to my News on Point, your pulse on trending news. Subscribe to my channel.
Now, let me just quickly take this story. The Nigeria Police Force says it has made a significant breakthrough in its efforts to curb electoral violence in Edo State with the arrest of two political thugs, namely Edwin Obano, 43-year-old, and Audu Tajuddin, a 41-year-old. Now, acting on a tip-off that some individuals had been armed to cause mayhem and disability during the election, the police operatives swooped into action and apprehended Obano, a leader of an armed group at Oredo Ward 4 at about 9 p.m. and Audu Tajuddin at Igara Akoko Edo on the eve of the election. Upon searching the bags of their possession, three custom-sized locally fabricated pistols were discovered on Obano, while one locally made gun was recovered from Tajuddin. The police and other supporting security agencies say they will not tolerate any form of violence or disorderliness during the election in Edo State. Now, the suspects are currently in custody and will face the full weight of the law. And these are the pictures on your screen showing you there. The police has walked its talk so far, making these kinds of arrests, and it says that it was based on intelligence, a report that they were able to, apprehend these persons. Now, talk to us from your perspective with regards to this matter, addressing where politicians are using political thugs to perhaps cause mayhem during elections. One would think that we would have weaned ourselves of all of these issues, but we're still seeing them very present with us. And how have we been able to manage them?
Unfortunately, our politicians will never learn. And sometimes, some of these thugs, interestingly enough, may not even have been hired by the politicians. I tell you how it works. I don't know about you, but leading up to some elections, I've had neighbors that we've lived very well together over the years. And suddenly, on account of people that we both may never meet in our lives, who don't even know who we are, and then somebody just suddenly declares me an enemy. Because we're on different sides. We have ideological differences. You want to go this way, I want to go that way. And we suddenly stop talking to each other. It happens. And so you find situations where people take it upon themselves they just take the battle upon themselves, So that also happens. But politicians also do it. They sponsor, like the issue of, like I said, it's too early to say it's peaceful until the votes start coming in. When the votes start coming in and nothing happens, then we say yes. It was peaceful. What you have right now is a piece of a graveyard. It won't stop them from trying because they're desperate. They don't want to lose. There are three strong forces here, pulling, on all sides. No one wants to give in to the other, which was why I started hearing those threats, do or die, and all of that. Can call them Freudian slips, but they came out. So
now looking at it, let's go back to what's leading up to today. The kind of messages flying here and there, the rhetorics from all of these politicians, and you wonder, are we getting better or is it getting worse? And also, who would hold these politicians to account based on the kind of things they say? Some might say INEC has a right to, but your thoughts? You're a former presidential candidate, but what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so first of all, human beings will always be human beings. What creates some sort of sanity and is that we have law right now. And when you have law enforcement and all that, that state of anomy is kept at abeyance. It's not like Americans are not prone to violence. We saw what happened during the last election in the US, where people got violent and got, so these things are there. If you think you can get away with it, the politicians, they'll do anything for power, okay? If they think that they can get away with it. Twice, the American president has escaped assassination attempts. is to tell you that it's a human thing. Twice within a month or barely 2 months, they have tried him, and I'm not Nostradamus, but I'm not sure they've given up yet. I don't know if any of those people were sent by any of the people we know, but there are just people who say, look, I don't want to save this guy. So it happens. But what we need is like what is happening right now, where the police, the military, and all the forces have gone there and said, we will not tolerate any form of violence. And then they do that open show of force, you know, so that people know that, look, if you bring one, we'll give you 1,000.
But what is the price for decorum and integrity in our political space?
The price for it, or for the other, for...
No, for decorum, whereby there would be no issue of, oh, you call him names, you bring him down, defame.
No, I'm confused with the word price, because that, you know, if you say the price for it, you know, it's peace. That's all I can say. But I'm not sure that's what you're...
That's what I'm saying.
So it's peace. It's peace at the end of the day, which is in everyone's interest. And in any case, you lose election today, it doesn't mean you can't win tomorrow. We've seen cases of people who have tried a couple of times, and eventually they emerge.
Well, how is it that most of our politicians don't see things from that perspective?
Exactly.
That it becomes such a situation where it's a do-or-die affair. We go through the processes of the courts for as long as possible, and then at the end of the day, the courts decide, and the people are feeling, we casting our ballots is no longer making a difference. It's now the courts that are deciding for us.
Okay, ordinarily, the courts help to create a sense of peace, justice, equity. Ordinarily should. But where judges appear compromised in terms of the kind of pronouncements that they make, and where some rulings are so apparently, people just feel that there's no justice in some of those rulings, whether on technical basis or whatever, then people begin to lose confidence. And if you lose confidence in the judiciary, which is the last hope of the common man, then it's a terrible situation. But that's all we have. It's all we can do. You just hope for the best, which is why we have the appellate system, where if at one level you don't get justice, it will be reviewed at another level, and you still have the final level, which is the Supreme Court.
Okay.
And if you can afford it and you can go through all of that, hopefully at the end of the day, by the time you've gone through all that route, you might find justice along the way.
Yeah, because if you look at it, we had a former president who's still talking about, oh, do or die. The other one actually said, the blood of Nigeria is not worth my ambition.
Yeah.
But why are our politicians not going the line of the other that said that, no, the blood of Nigeria is not worth my ambition?
Okay, so
instead, let's just tear each other down.
Yeah, okay, so it depends on who's talking. Is the blood of anybody really worth it? It's not. At the end of the day, what's the price? Let me go back to what you said now. You know, if only we realize that, permit me to say this, all power comes from God. Yes, men will do the voting, but even the heart of man is in God's hands. Do you understand what I'm saying?
He can
sway it wherever he wills. So sometimes you will just find surprises springing up. You know, so it's still, power ultimately rests in the hands of God. It's not the best prepared. It's not the best, it's the most eloquent of speakers. You understand? It's not in how grand your strategy is, you know, at the end of the day. All you can hope for is just do your best and let the people, you know, decide. But not too many want to wait for that. And so they will do whatever they can to sway things. And some of the reasons are this. Maybe not in this election.
Okay.
But sometimes some incumbents may they may have something to hide, and they need somebody who will hide it effectively for them, who will protect their interests. In cases like that, it could be do or die.
And you turn to godfathers automatically. So,
and in other cases, some may have forgotten something there, which is they were there before, they want to go back there and get it. And in other cases, you know, they want to go there and get their share, their loot. So
perhaps this is why some persons have said that we need to, as much as possible, not make political offices attractive.
Yes. No, so the word here, permit me, I want to play on words here. Don't make it attractive.
Another word.
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed, and we will do our best to bring you the news update on the election in Edo State. God bless you. My news on point. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe for more videos.